TF Con Baltimore 2024. I was there. I had a good time. I bought some stuff. And in this video, I'm going to show you my haul. I'm going to talk about the con, the good, the bad, the ugly. Mostly good. Just a little spoiler there. But this is my report on the con. And I'm going to share some really cool stuff that I bought while I was there. And I'll share my irritation with one aspect of TF Con, but we'll get to that. All right, let's get ready to dive in. Be right back. So for those of you who aren't familiar with TF Con, it is a Transformer convention that kind of took over from BotCon when BotCon kind of went away. And it's grown quite a bit. BotCon is making a comeback, but TF Con is still a going thing. They have shows in Canada, in California, in Florida, Chicago apparently, and Baltimore, which is the one that I usually go to because that's less than 2 hours of a drive for me. And you know, it's fun. So I'm gonna kind of mix showing you what I bought with talking about the con, but I have to say I was flabbergasted at how many people came up to me, recognized me. Some wanted pictures, some were like, I don't know what to say. It's like, come on, dudes. I'm a collector just like you. Just because I'm on YouTube and I show neat toys, you're showing neat toys to yourself. But yeah, lots of people ran into me, and Honor decided to come on to the video. She wasn't there, unfortunately. I missed her. But I had a lot of fun. I saw some YouTubers I already know, Rodimus Primal, Patriot Prime Reviews. It was a lot of fun seeing them again. I met Bolt Matrix for the first time. That was kind of cool. It's kind of old school YouTuber. I also ran into Raziel Kane Reviews. And apparently, and to be honest, I don't remember doing this, but it sounds like something I do. A couple years ago, I saw his thumbnails and I kind of said, they're not the best, and gave him a few pointers on what to do, and came up to me and thanked me for that advice because apparently his channel is doing much better now, and you know, he's getting a lot more interaction, and so you're welcome. I mean, yeah, honestly, I didn't remember that I did that, but you know, I try to be a helpful guy, and yeah. Anyways, I'm going to talk some more about the con, but I want to show you one of my interesting acquisitions. Was actually free. It was from Rodimus Primal. It is a chess piece of Optimus Prime. So there's not much to review on this, but it was in the package, and apparently because of shaking or something, the arm broke off, and he said, do you want it? And I said, sure, I have crazy glue. So I've actually glued it back together. So I have the chess piece of Optimus Prime. Apparently the person who made this wanted to create a whole chess set of Transformers, but that didn't come to fruition. But he did make an Optimus Prime. Apparently it ended up with Rodimus Primal, and now it's ended up with me. So a very cool piece. I like it, and that is the first thing I got, and the cheapest thing, to be honest. Now, I also ran into some great fans, as I mentioned, and I do want to shout out a couple of them. There was Luke, who came up to my table. I was in the lobby with some extra toys that I had and kind of selling, which, shh, you're not supposed to do that apparently. There were so many people doing it, I guess the hotel gave up. But he bought a cool toy from me, a Hardhead, I believe it was. And there was Liam, who I think bought some stuff for me, and we just had great conversation. Young kid, but knew his stuff, and we had some fun times talking about Transformers and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Someone also asked me to sign their Terrorsaur toy, which I did, but I'm not the voice actor. But apparently they were going to have the voice actor sign it, but budgetarily didn't fit in. So instead he wanted me to sign it, which is an honor. Just, I don't even do a Terrorsaur impression. I guess I'd have to work on one. Yeah, that was horrible. I can't remember all the people who came up to me. There was a Mike, I think there were a couple Mikes, because Mike's not exactly an uncommon name. As I was leaving the con with my last purchase in my hand, a lovely young lady, Olivia, stopped me and thanked me for what I do on the channel. So really, that means a lot, guys. I really, really appreciate it. But so I don't get maudlin, here's the next thing I got. I reacquired, because I used to have this, a Stampy. Yes, the bunny, it's only a rabbit. And I'll probably do a review on him. I'm not gonna transform him or anything right now. I'll probably do a review. So this is also gonna be a preview of coming attractions, because some of these things are definitely gonna end up with reviews. But Stampy is from the Beast Wars 2 line. I had him, he went during the Great Purge, and now I've reacquired him. So that was neat. Another thing I got, which I never had, was Storm Shot from Cyberverse. Apparently he is a kind of homage to the aerial bots, and when I saw him I was like, yeah, he's a very homage-y type jet, so had to get him. I think he was like 15 bucks. Doesn't have the weapons, but I may show him at some point. Now there was an interesting seller from Japan, and he had, and I am gonna do a review on all the molds of this, so I'm not gonna get into a lot right now, but this is also from Beast Wars 2. This is Starscream and BB. So there's the bomber jet, there's the Starscream smaller jet, and it comes with all 14 missiles, the 2 guns, even the instructions, not that I need them. There's somebody in one video thought that I'm the reason they put instructions on shampoo. Seriously? But yeah, I'm gonna be definitely doing a showcase because I think I have, with this reacquisition, I now have all the molds based on this, except for the G2 Megatron and Starscream, which was only apparently sold at the Hasbro store years ago, and I think the Hartmans have it, or they sold it, but it's way beyond my means. Another thing that I got from Rodimus Primal, actually there's one thing I'm not showing because I accidentally bought from him an extra Classics Astro Train, but I came back and of course I already had it. But this is a G2 Grimlock with his gun, no sword. I will hopefully acquire the sword at some point, but this is the teal version. So for those not that familiar with the G2 Dinobots, there were actually 3 colors of each of them. He's not bad, he's not in the best shape, he's a little loose, but for Grimlock, there was a blue one, this one, and then a gray one. Looks kind of like G1. I actually didn't even know they had gray ones until I got a batch of Transformers years ago. And I'm like, why does this Grimlock have a G2 Autobot symbol on him? Because he was gray. And then I found out that in addition to the green slag and the red snarl, there was a green snarl and a red slag and gray ones of those too. And I used to have them all, and this is my first step towards reacquiring those guys, but might take a long time, we'll see. But yeah, so TF Con, it's a lot of fun. I got to talk to Bob Budiansky again. Had to remind him who I was because he meets a lot of people, but I've moderated his panels. I visited his house and did an interview. It was really cool. And I got to meet some of the Cyberverse voice actors and Doug Parker, I think it was, the voice of Terrorsaur, who on his panel said that his favorite was Waspinator. And so I went up to him afterwards and said, Waspinator, so happy that you are my biggest fan. And he said I should come to the voice acting auditions because they have like 4 fans can get roles in their script reading, and even though I did my best Waspinator as Thrustinator, I did not get chosen. To be honest, those aren't, they have auditions, but they're not like real voice acting auditions because there's a lot more involved. They look at the fans. Some of the actors may not have been familiar with Waspinator, and they may have been like, we don't want a carbon copy of Waspinator, so maybe I should have went in a different direction. And also, I'm a grown man and, they probably figured I didn't need the ego boost, but who knows? Still be nice to be in one of those. Other things that I got, here's the small ones, then I got some bigger ones that I'm gonna show you. I got the G1 pipes, which I didn't have, well I did in the old days, and an upgrade for tailgate. He's very nice and white for the most part, good stickers. Okay, maybe it's not as an upgrade as I thought. When I see that vendor again, I'm gonna be talking to him because I just noticed there's a hole right here. He's been shot, so, I don't know if that happened during the hate plague or something, but a little regretful for not noticing that. And the windshield is broken, so it's not in the bag. So, because since I bought him, he's been in the bag, so it didn't happen after I bought him. So I'll be talking to that vendor when I see him again. I may get a refund. I actually have a tailgate elsewhere. So the panels were fun, and I decided to record the panels because that's what I do on my other channel, Phantom Spotlight. And I had great cooperation from the tech staff. They let me hook into the audio, but I was told that I could not record Frank Welker. I kind of tried to convince them to let me and I would share my footage, but they said contractually, they're the only ones who could record. So I'm like, fine, I respect contracts. So after the panel right before his ended, put away all my stuff and sat down to just enjoy the panel without recording it. They even announced, no recording, no streaming, no anything like that. And I saw other people raising their phones. And I said, hey, they said you can't do that. Kind of played a little bit of a policeman for a little bit. And then I told one of the volunteers, you know, I shouldn't be doing this. This is, you know, what you should be doing. And he said, I'm going to do it as soon as I just clear it with. Then he comes back and tells me, oh no, that's been overridden. People can record. What the fuck? I know some people don't like when I use colorful metaphors on this channel, but what the fuck? I mean, I put all my stuff away, I obeyed the rules, I followed their instructions, and then they're like, oh, well, we decided people could record. I could have shared Frank Welker with you guys. Very annoying. However, I will be sharing the other panels that I did record. I think there's like 4 of them on this channel instead of Phantom Spotlight because it's Transformers related. So you will get to enjoy other panels. But yeah, hopefully the artist Manny will send me his presentation so I can include that. Other things I got, again, along the small lines, I got an upgrade kit for Windsweeper, and I will be doing a review of this in conjunction with a figure. And I also got for Crankcase, I got his over-the-shoulder guns and his hubcaps. So that will be included in the same video. I'm not going to do 2 separate videos, but those are pretty inexpensive. And I figured why not? I want them to be a little more trigger-conish. But there's more. This is one that's going to be fun to review. This is basically a very old knockoff of Menace, or, well, okay, So the thing is, in this knockoff, they have Motormaster, they have Breakdown, and they have Drag Strip, and they have Nose Cone, and they have Afterburner. 2 Technobots and 3 Stunticons together in this box. So I'll be doing a review of Menestron or CompuSor or whatever we want to call him. But this, I believe, is pretty old school. It has a KB Toy Store sticker on it. Apparently it was $5.99, $5.96 at the time. But yeah, I paid a little bit more, but not as much as the price that's on here. But I will be doing a nice review on that. Honor's over there getting into trouble. I also got some stuff from my friend Orson, who runs Captured Prey. I don't know if you've ever purchased from them, but he's a good guy. And I was merciless in fading in on our friendship to get discounts. But got the device label Broad Blast Blaster USB hub for a very nice price. And again, I traded ruthlessly in on our friendship to get a nice price. I also got discounts on these. I will probably do a quick review on this. I don't know that I'm actually going to use it as a USB hub. We'll see. I also got these. These are foreign Argentina Topspin and Twin Twist. Tongue twisters. And I used to have a huge collection of Saltman Z and Topspin and Twin Twist and all kind of color variations. And that actually went with the Purge, but now I'm kind of reacquiring some of them, so I got those. But wait, there's more. I spent way too much money. I picked up from the Legendary Heroes, Haraldur, however you say his name. He's Straxus, third-party Straxus. I know I just did the one that's the official one, but he looks pretty cool, and I figured, why not? So I will review him for you. I don't know that I'm gonna do a review on him, but I picked up the Cyberverse Thundercracker. I'm pretty sure I don't have him, and if I do, I will just end up reselling him, but it's pretty cheap, and I like Seekers. Seekers are cool. Seekers are cool. More. So, because it happened when I was not collecting, I missed out on things like the Transformers Prime Megatron, so I picked one up. So I will likely review him at some point, just another addition for the Megatron files. With a Battle Claw and a Fusion Cannon, and the weapon activates the Energy Glow. Ooh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the batteries are either dead or removed. I'm actually seeing if it was like resealed after they took out the batteries, but we'll find out. Hopefully we won't find like acid-coated terminals in there, but yeah. So that was another acquisition. I'm pretty sure I don't have the Combiner Wars Buzzsaw, so I picked him up. He was not too expensive. From the Legendary Heroes. I gotta zoom in on this. I picked up the 2-pack that apparently has both, I'm told it has both Brawn and Outback in there, which I will likely do a review. I just wanna ensure that what they told me was correct. Yep, they're both in there. So I will do a review on these guys because I can. I know some of these toys are older, but you know, still, it's all good. They're all Transformers, and you may not be familiar with some of them. And if you are, you can always look out for cats or bad jokes, or both. But there's more. So apparently, I picked up 2 of these accidentally, because I thought he was primarily red. So one of these, the one that's card is not flipped open, I will likely resell at some point. But I got bloody Knockout. So yeah, when you're buying a lot of stuff, sometimes you forget what you bought, even. And it was a couple hours ago. So anyway, this one, I may sell it next TF Con or RetroCon. I will say they had a lot of great vendors. at TF Con. A lot of them I knew. The obvious focus was mainly Transformers. There were a few G.I. Joe things. There were some, other robotic things, Gundam, just a little bit. Mainly it was Transformers. They had some great artists too. And I do have to say though, as far as size of dealer room, RetroCon blows it away. If you get a chance to come to RetroCon in Oaks, Pennsylvania, it's usually the weekend after Labor Day. Super cool con, great guests, and so many friggin' dealers. And a lot of them have Transformers, but they also have He-Man and pretty much anything else that you could want from retro era. But yeah, so I got Bloody Knockout. Funny thing is, and I don't know if he knew that I had already bought one, but when I thought that one was different, I asked him if he would do, because he had 40 on it, I asked him if he'd do 35, which I usually don't offer a price, but I was just like in a hurry. I usually see what they'll offer. And he's like, 30. Weirdest negotiation ever. It's not how you negotiate. And as I said, there were a lot of great artists there, including, now, if you've been watching this channel for a while, and I hope you have, you might have noticed I occasionally wear a Starscream shirt. It's a maroon shirt, and it's got Starscream with his crown doing a little jig. So this person noticed me, said, that's my shirt. I met the artist who created that. Her name, Candy Chameleon. I believe she identifies as she, her. If I am incorrect, my apologies. But you can find them at candychameleon.weebly, WEEBLY.com, or you can go to linktr.ee/candychameleon. So that is the artist. I was just like, wow, because it's one of my favorite shirts, and you guys seem to like it too. All right, did I cover everything? No, there's one more thing. I didn't buy the big exclusives. I just bought this one, which is Altio Senator, who is a cassette that changes into a rat-bat colored robot. So it's supposed to kind of represent, I think, Rat-Bat, Senator Rat-Bat, but could be wrong. So I might just give this particular cassette a different name. But yeah, so that's my haul. I mean, I got a shitload of stuff, and only 2 things that I'd already had, and one that I bought there and already had. But yeah, very cool con to go to, even though they should really communicate better when it comes to things like, I don't know, recording shit. Because I really would have loved to have shared that panel with you, and now I can't. However, I think they recorded it on their not 4K cameras, so you can still watch it, but yeah, I would have loved to have shared it with you. But I will share the other ones on my definitely 4K camera, though I produce in HD because it's better. I can zoom in, do all kinds of funky stuff, but it's still nice quality. And yeah, so TF Con, overall, it was a fun con. I didn't like the miscommunication, but I met so many great fans. I hung out with so many great people. And again, it was amazing to me how many people recognized me and came up and were like, love your videos, love your Dr. Wu videos, love, everything you do. You have a great style. I mean, nobody punched me. That was good. Thumbs up. That I usually don't get punched at conventions, except that one time. Macho Grande. No, wait, no, that's something totally different. But yeah, so that is my report on TF Con. If you have an opportunity to go to one, definitely check it out. Also go to RetroCon, and I moderate the panels there for the most part, so we usually give one to somebody else. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, a bunch of cool stuff. Keep an eye out. I will be doing reviews on a bunch of the stuff. Maybe not Grimmy or, the broken tailgate, but what can you do? But yeah, it was a fun weekend, and I hope you're having fun hearing these stories and seeing these toys and reviews and stuff. And if you like my stuff, by all means, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, I will be putting out those panels soon and be reviewing this stuff soon. I got some other reviews coming up that I think you're gonna like. I hope you're not too jealous of me going, and if you did get to. But if you did get to be there and you said hi, again, I totally appreciate it. But while you're waiting for these reviews to come out, you can check out this one over here, which is the Pangu Toys O2M, the metallic one. Very cool toy. And I'll see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.